the eternal reality of pure awareness. Is complete silence. Activity of the mind emerges from this silence. Today, the activity seemed to have taken the form of an entity. As though it is like a separate entity in its own right. So Baba makes an appearance. To dissolve the limitation of this limited mind. Its sense of being a separate entity. And how does he dissolve? The assertiveness of the finite mind, asserting its independent existence, Baba's vision is completely on my infinite truth, unlimited truth. And that starts to dissolve. The limitations of finite mind, body, only to reveal that which was always there, that which is always there. It's a revelation for the mind. It's natural to be aware of itself for the awareness. Silence. We'll be reading the Murli today from 15/11/99. Yeah? 15/11/99. So today, actually before that, I wanted to read this passage from the Murli on the 10th. I think it was just the most beautiful thing Baba revealed. Anybody remembers? I have it marked in Hindi, but let me find in English. You remember Baba said something, was it 10th or 11th? I think maybe 11th.
Sister, I think it was 11th.
It was 11th, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know where it was?
I had it in Hindi screenshot. As a
Yeah,
sister, you're talking about Baba is saying whatever's inside you comes out?
Yeah, that's the one. I found it.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Thank you. So the father,
What's the date on that Murli, sister? The one, that passage that you're reading?
11th.
11th, what?
11th of this month.
Okay, 7/11. Okay.
The father says, you souls come down bodiless. You did not have bodies. Do you know at this time what other bodies you will take or what relationships you will enter? You cannot tell. You remain in complete silence in wombs. Do you know what complete silence? The word Baba used was Sunn. You know, in Hindi, it's much better than in English. Can I read it, that bit in Hindi?
Yes, sister.
Yeah, it's just not sounding right only in English. Yeah. हाँ, संबंध में जाएंगे मालूम नहीं पड़ता, गर्भ में सुन ही सुन रहते हैं, आत्मा बिल्कुल ही सुन हो जाती है, जब शरीर बड़ा हो तब पता पड़े, ऐसा बनकर जाना है, बस यह पुराना शरीर छोड़कर हमको जाना है, फिर जब शरीर लेंगे तो स्वर्ग में अपना पाठ बजाएंगे, सुन होने का अभी समय है, सुन होने का अभी समय है, बाद में नहीं, अभी. हाँ, भल आत्मा संस्कार ले जाती है, जब शरीर बड़ा होता है तब संस्कार इमर्ज होते हैं. सुन होने का अभी समय है. What does sun means? It is total dead silence. Dead silence. And it's not like soul that I am is sun. And when Baba is saying it's like garb mein, you can see when Baba is talking about garb, mein sun hi sun rehte hain. So all souls are like in their sun avastha, in their dead silence avastha, which is not a stage, which is the truth of the being in Baba's womb. Right? So can you, right now, as we are speaking, can you know that you are that being in Baba's womb who's in complete dead silence? Your nature, eternal nature, is dead silence. Yeah? which is why you're changeless, which is why you have no story, storyless. Just in Baba's womb. See, feel, know, because this is a knowing. Yeah? See, feel, know. Dead silence. What does it mean to you? Because in that dead silence, that infinite being that you are, right now, this whole dream is taking place. This has to be now. This is a deep knowing of the soul. And this is why at the end, Brahma Baba could not hear even the tick of the clock. Yeah. So because that knowing was seen by him for a long period of time. Yeah. If that is not your knowing reference point of who you are, you will always be wearing some mask of some thought and seeing from that reference point. Unknowingly, you'll be wearing the mask of some thought. But if your reference point is this Sunn knowing of who you are, then from that reference point of being the dead silence, being that you are, absolutely free from all concepts, forever means eternally, not forever, but eternally, absolutely free from all change, absolutely free from all thoughts, absolutely free from all words. Om silence is Sunn Awastha. Is your Sunn, the being is that. And then from there, you can assume the costume of thoughts from Baba. But if that is not known, then it is some contracted form that is trying to become a powerful thought. Yeah? Does that make sense? This knowing has to be very, very clear. And in
It's
Baba,
very powerful. It's very powerful to know that that's a complete stage of silence. That's your
truth
truth.
of silence. Yeah, truth of silence. Yeah, absolutely. Because everything else is a stage of mind. Right? But this is the truth of the being. And all the beings, this is your eternal truth. Whether you acknowledge it or don't acknowledge it, that's Sunn Baba ki kokh mein. And from that reference point, you can so easily see with Baba. That no movement, no sound, nothing is touching you. And you are touching everything yet you are touching everything. Words can't touch you, but you are touching every word. Change can't touch you, but you're touching every change. Objects can't touch you, that is your thoughts and feelings and emotion, but you are touching every thought, every feeling, every emotion. Only from this Sunn Awastha. Awastha bhi nahi bolenge, kya bolte Hindi mein? I'll speak English only. The Sunn's truth of who you are. I don't want to give up the word Sunn because it's very English mein to kuch gadbad hai.
The silent doesn't sound that
Yeah,
good.
silent just doesn't sound right. The Sunn.
Sisters, can it be सुन्न का एहसास?
You know, one sun is numbness. That is not the numbness. It's not numbness. When we hear from the person mind, we think it's numbness,
No,
right?
it's not numbness. Connotation is different. But
Yeah,
yesterday, your evening, your morning, our evening, I mean, the whole session, it was all missed here. But I believe it was the same kind of connotations. You're trying
absolutely.
to impact every chakra. So you have to, justify that here also.
We were not doing chakra. We were saying all of this is inside the inside the soul. I don't know how many heard it,
It
but
was so wonderful. I know, sister, it was a different, very divine treat
yeah,
actually.
some souls
So
I
could
know.
you give us, little taste of it right now?
Yeah, I just want to say some souls may have a fearful experience with it because we're literally dissolving the body. And for some, I know one soul called me up and she said that it was so scary, but at the end, I really felt that Sunn, yeah, I was that Sunn truth. And for some, it was fine, but for some, I don't know. We'll come to know. But each one, because it was intense, intense dissolving of the separate self, actually.
You said Baba's drishti. I understood it was kind of undressing. It
Yeah,
was same, little bit.
it was. It was. Baba's drishti is emptying the sense of being the feeler, the thinker, the taster, the talker, the smeller. It's like literally empty space. It's like literally dissolving, and there's just space. And then it's all dissolving, dissolving. All that is left is space. There's nothing left. Yeah. And that is why when we are kind of and these are very, very important sitting meditations, actually. Very important, because so much of this separate identity is, have you ever heard the word visceral memory? In psychology, they talk about it, visceral memory. Who's heard about it? Those who are doctors here may have. But there's something called visceral memory. And visceral memory is like it is there in your the separate identity, the personal self is recorded in your sanskaras and in your nervous system, which is the body's, whatever you want to call in mind language, in nervous system. And it's not in the form of a thought or words, but it's really in the form of feelings and emotions. And you can't know it, it's just there. And that is why it's important to kind of really dissolve, but with gentle truth of Baba's vision, how Baba is emptying, so that is why it was very important to kind of give you a taste so that now you know where it all resides. Yeah, because for some it can create sense of fear of losing the body, and it's
Sister,
important.
you were trying, yeah, one thing you said it was Baba's drishti was around the belly and then before that heart. So what was that? Baba was emptying out all the relative, you were saying memories.
No, we were saying that all of this where the separate self resides, it's this whole thing is literally space like solid looking, but it's space like thing inside the soul. That was the whole purpose. Yeah.
You was talking about now visceral memory.
Yeah.
So it's just like a type of memory which is stored in nervous system of the body part. And in our body, there is different kind of nervous system. And
Yeah.
different type of feelings and different types of emotions are stored in different types of nervous system. And
Yeah.
yesterday Baba did it actually. Baba is I can say he's the biggest psychologist and the
Uh-huh.
so he
Yeah.
was doing that only. Different kind of vibrations is just lying here, here
Yeah.
and here, and he was dissolving everything in one.
Yeah. It was very important to know all of this space, like empty space, like what you call bodies, inside the being. Being is not inside it. All of this is inside the being. This was very important crux of the whole meditation. But here it's very important. Let's come back to Murli. Sun hone ka abhi samay hai. This is the time to know, right? And then Baba had also said in this that in this Murli or another Murli, Sister Neeru, if you remember, Baba had said that whatever is inside is outside.
Yes, same
It
only.
is okay.
Mm.
Yeah. Whatever is inside, जो अंदर में होगा, वही बाहर निकलेगा.
Mm.
Yeah. And these are the points I did want to highlight, made sure that it was highlighted. So whatever is inside is outside. And this is why Baba is saying, not inside this body, not even inside this mind, which I believe myself to be a soul sitting here in this body and I have a mind and the mind is inside this body. No, even mind is not inside this body. If the soul is not inside the body, how can mind be inside the body? So it is more like inside the soul, whatever the soul, the Sunn wala soul, the being that is absolutely dead, silence, that one, whatever it gives attention and power of belief to, whichever feeling, which more so feeling, even before thought, whichever feeling it gives power to, it converts into a thought. And then those thoughts turn into words and then actions. Yeah. So once I know that very deeply, then it's not about changing thoughts. It's about knowing what is your true innate feeling of who you are. Right? Otherwise, thoughts act like a veneer. But really knowing, what is your knowing? If I know I'm just absolutely zero, tell me one thing, does the soul need to assume the form of a mind to know itself?
No. Soul
No.
is much before the mind, before the body, even before the thought.
Yeah, very good.
The ever-present truth.
Ever present. Does the soul need to assume the form of the mind to know the world?
The world it would. It needs the support of the mind to know the world, and
It does need the mind to know the world,
yeah,
to experience the world, right?
right.
So that is why it's very important to know that I, the being, I don't need anything to be who I am and to know who I am. But if I want to know anything beyond myself, then I need a mind. Yeah. And then I need thoughts and feelings and whatever it is. I will need all of that to know.
As Baba had said a few days ago, the soul has a connection with the organs to play the part.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So it needs the eyes and the ears and the mouth, all the organs,
Yeah,
and
but
the
actually
mind.
is the organ. Yeah.
Yeah, it needs the organ to,
Mind,
it has a
intellect,
connection.
yeah. To experience the world, it needs mind, intellect, and sanskars. But to experience and know itself, it doesn't need anything. So if these things are very clear to you, then it will be very easy for you to know what Baba is teaching when he's talking about it. He throws gems just like this, so freely. Somewhere in the middle of the Murli, he'll just throw.
It's a bit hard to find the gem again. Once you read that, oh, kahan gaya, keep looking for that. And sister, from here, it's very clear that the sanskars are emerging on its own. So sanskars are nothing but those thoughts, those vibrations, and the feelings. They'll just come on their own.
They are coming on their own. You're not choosing them. And that is freedom itself. That is freedom itself. The feelings of the body, the sensations of the body, the discomforts, the dis-ease in the body, you're not choosing. It's there because the sanskars is what his body is made up of. It lives and breathes as that. The sanskars breathe through the solid looking, appearing structure. So they come on their own, spontaneously appear. Once that is clear, only for whom will that be clear? For the one who's in Sunn truth. I'm loving this word. Sunn truth. Yeah. That one can only know. Because that one is bodiless. Bodiless ka bhi to meaning bhi to pata hona chahiye. We use ashriri also quite recklessly and carelessly, the word.
Didi,
Right?
can we understand emptiness equal to sun?
Yeah, very good. It's another thing that we should point out. Emptiness from the reference point of soul is empty of all the objects like thoughts, feelings, emotions, sensations. Then from that reference point, yes, it's empty. But because from that reference point, it is empty, so it's full of itself. Yeah. From that silence only can emerge. The dead silence can only real qualities of the soul emerge. So yes, it's empty, empty of all the objective qualities. Empty of all the objective qualities. Empty of sound, empty of movement, empty of concepts, empty of thoughts, empty of feelings and emotions. I mean, temporary feelings. But emotions, I will keep the word feeling on this side. And I will probably use emotions, all of these things, empty of all of that. So then it's full of itself. So do we use empty? Yes, it depends from what perspective are we using. But if we really want to use, then it's just I am. That's all. That's the most accurate. I am. I can't say I am empty or I am full. I can say I'm empty with reference to the objective experiences. Yes. So then that is right. Absolutely.
Ji, Didi. One is comprehensive approach to see the thing, another way is selective approach.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
am just it.
I am. Anything I add, I take a form of it. I become that form. I am, and then I put a thought, I'm peace. The moment I put peace, I've taken the form of that thought that I am peace. Right? That's why we say Om silence here, because silence is what I am. That is my innate nature. But the moment I put a word, I am peace, I am joy, I am bliss, I am unhappy, I am sad, I am depressed, then the soul has taken the form of that word, that thought. So that is why Baba is telling us that. Know who you are. That Sunn. Baba does not even have a word for it. So he says Sunn. See, the thing is, words are very limited, right? All words are limited, regardless. And a big task Baba has to use these limited words, limited language to speak about truth which is silent. It's not easy. Like,
Sister, can we refer it with vacuum? No.
yeah, kind of a vacuum. It's like you can say not exactly vacuum because soul is filled with qualities of love, peace, and joy. It's not blank. It's not blank, but the soul is very powerful. It's like everything can merge in it. And then soul can take form of everything and also become something so like a simple, limited mind also. Yeah.
Okay, okay.
It's-
When the word came, no, shunna, and in English it was dead silence. So it was not matching. Mind kind of rejected it. I said, Sister
Yeah.
Rini will, and you really explored it so beautifully.
Yeah,
It
because
means,
yeah,
and today you gave a clear distinction between when soul doesn't need anything actually, but
yeah,
when I have to, act, then I might need mind or anything. This is very clear.
yeah,
You could tell us. Yeah, that
yeah,
was beautiful. Yeah.
yeah. That is very important to know. Soul to know itself needs nothing. It doesn't need to assume the form of a mind, but to experience a world, to experience its own, like a small segment of its own infinite potential, it needs mind and body. It does. Which is why Baba says that know yourself as I know you first. Yesterday he said, no, मैं तुम्हारी दृष्टि नहीं. What did he say? मैं तुम्हें देखता हूं, तुम मुझे देखो. Something like that he said. Yeah. So see with Baba's drishti, and then you will know your Sunn truth, and you will also know your sweet silence truth. And in that sweet silence, you are aware that you are zero, but you're also aware that you have this entire. Literally, what is it? I mean, time is a container kind of in the mind, right? And mind is in the soul. So literally, the whole thing is inside me in the form of one thought. Whole thing is inside me. That sweet silence.
Am I right in understanding? Can I say something?
Who is this?
Meenu.
Yeah, sure.
Meenu. Yeah. Am I right in understanding that this is a place where you understand that all the Kal and Yug are inside you, and
Yeah.
this is and not all the time you're experiencing lot of love and lot of peace, but it's a very comfortable situation where all the feelings are inside, but not everything is just popping out.
Okay. Yeah,
Is
that's
that
what actually Baba is telling us. Sun is that everything is inside you. Kal is time. Concept
Yeah.
of time is inside you. You know, Yug is a story. Stories are all inside of you. 84 parts are inside of you, which means time and space and distance concepts are all inside. And they're beautiful concepts. We need these concepts to really manifest our infinite potential. But to know that all of this is inside me, I am not inside them. That is very important. It appears I am inside it when I think I am this body mind. Then it appears, oh, I am this body, little body somewhere in this big physical world, floating around with other bodies which are also in this world. Then I'm totally lost. I mean, my attention is totally lost. Yeah. And as you said, not experiencing love and peace all the time. That is the aspect of the mind, because the definition of love changes in Sunn truth.
okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Definition of peace changes in the truth of Sunn. Yeah. In that which is my truth is the truth of all. That is love.
But would you be experiencing it all the time? Or, I know the mind is saying that the language you will not be experiencing, or you will be experiencing. But is it like you're feeling like love is oozing out of you all the time?
It's not that love that oozes out, which mind and body feels. I know this
Okay.
experience, mind and body, is very strong for the mind and for this person. This mind body really wants to feel love as though it is feeling in the body mind. No, your body mind may not feel it all the time. But the truth of who you are as this loving being is just a very silent love, ever present love that you are, knowing that all the beings are in the womb of the Supreme Mother in their Sunn truth. This is
Okay.
love.
So So is it not then comfort? There is a comfort in that love. And I don't know, am I getting confused here? So is that
No, you're exploring, which is good. Exploration is always good. And it is a very comfortable place for the soul, but soul is beyond comfort and discomfort. So the mind also feels comfort, I guess. That's what you're trying to say. The mind
no,
feels
I'm just saying I'm sorry, trying to use the word to express that because there is no word to
very
express.
limited. No, there are no words. And that
Yeah.
is what we try to stay, because the moment we use language, we are in duality, right? That is
Yeah.
what, the moment the words come, we are already in concession. We are already making concession to what the truth is, because
Very
everything,
true.
yeah, everything is in duality. But what to do? We have to use words. Baba also has to use words. He can't inspire knowledge. So we use words to really understand and know that the truth beyond words.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah. So that is why if we use that's why we say if you're trying to use thoughts as a replacement therapy, a thought replacing with another thought, and then that thought is good, then I feel good. And when that thought is not good, then I don't, you've not recognized your Sunn truth. Whereas the one who's in the Sunn truth, whatever the current moment experience may be, no problem. Whatever the experience may be at this point, it's just an experience that's appeared in me. It will disappear in me. Not even thinking like that. It's just knowing that it appears and it disappears. It appears and it disappears. All happens within me, in front of me. I am just a being within which 84 parts, all yug, all stories, all time, everything is inside of me. And this is so clear.
Sister, knowing and smriti, same thing?
Yes, although smritis can be many different smritis also, right? But when Baba is talking about this knowing, he's talking about Sunn. Sunn, he can't use Swarup. Mind can become Swarup of some smriti. So mind can become smriti Swarup of the Sunn truth, right? Mind can dissolve completely in the being that I am. But then there is nothing, we can't talk. Yeah, so we need to talk. So we need to use this mind. So we use Smriti
उसको
Swarup.
दिमाग की दही जम जाती है. One senior brother, he told me Shun Awastha is the best Awastha around very, very long back. And he said in Paramdham, not always, for some time, he could feel it. And when Baba said this, Shun Awastha, I just thought of that. I said, let me clear out with the
And you
sister
begin,
who's become instrument.
because you begin to realize Paramdham is not somewhere far away. Being combined with Baba means you, is it like, it's like Baba says, no, in this Murli, or I don't know which Murli he said, let me see. Can't find. It's okay. It's like, it's very, for the mind also, for my mind, it's very uncomfortable to see Baba is far away, Paramdham is far away. And when I'm in Paramdham, I'm a soul. When I'm here, I'm a person. I can't even make sense of it. Yeah. It's like I'm a soul. No matter where I am, I'm always who I am. Wherever I go, I take myself with me. I'm not leaving myself somewhere behind up there and then I'm coming here and then I can't make sense of it.
So living through the stage of mind.
Yeah. Then I'm living as my mind. I take myself wherever I go. And if I'm going anywhere, that's what my mind says. No, you're going somewhere. Okay, I'm going somewhere. Fine, believe it. Mind says it. Okay, for 1 second. Then wherever I go, wherever I am, I'm always wherever I am.
So you're
Yeah.
talking about the physical. Um,
the soul.
Relocation physically when you go away somewhere. I know that was
Physically also, if you see, as Rini, if I see, even Rini, wherever I go, I take Rini with me. Rini takes Rini with itself, wherever Rini goes. True?
wherever I go, Niru goes with me.
I is
Right.
that Niru you're saying right now. Yeah? Wherever I, the Niru, go, I take Niru with me.
Mhm.
I don't leave Niru behind 2 steps behind and then I go at someone else in the next 2 steps.
Right.
You don't, right?
Right.
When I, the being, when I know me, wherever I am, I'm always where I am
Mhm.
because I'm not the body and the mind. So where have I moved? It's all within me. So where have I moved? So where is Paramdham? What is Paramdham? Baba comes from far, far away to one thought of, no, far, far away to one room to next room, then to one thought away, and then he comes to being combined. He's himself dissolving it. So if I'm combined with Baba in the home somewhere far up there, then how am I here? Because here there ki language aa gayi na. See, this language traps us. We need to see with clarity. There is no here, there. There is no time and space. Time and space are beautiful concepts. If I have to build a bridge, cook a meal, I use time, I use space concept. They're very useful concepts. But sorry, I had to meet you. It's okay. But
Sister, I want to ask one more question related to this only. When we are, through you instrument, Baba has been telling us in Paramdham, we all are together with all the souls, and it's 100% truth that we all are interconnected. So it's a smriti or what it is? Yeah.
when you say in Paramdham, what is your smriti yourself? You tell me. What is your smriti when you see Paramdham?
I've stopped seeing Paramdham only.
No, it's how the mind sees it. That's okay. There's nothing wrong with the visual, right? For the soul,
Okay.
there are no colors, red and golden and blue and green, right? These colors have been
Yeah.
given to the mind because mind understands the color language of colors, right? Then the mind is given the language of distance, time, and space so that we can become detached from our mind. So we were supposed to, in the beginning when we came, we were supposed to see Paramdham as a land beyond time, distance, and space, which means there is no such thing as,
Paramdham.
there is no such thing as another land in one room, there is Paramdham there, with some boundaries there. Beyond sky, sun, moon, क्या बोलते हैं? Which is nothing wrong, but it was important and needed in the beginning. But as a person, I was doing it, my body, mind. So I thought I'm this little person here, and then there is a world up there, and that's where I come from. And I've entered a body, and then I'm this limited person, mind, body here, and there's a world outside of me, and we live as people on this world stage. Isn't that how we lived in the beginning?
Yeah, we created so much of separation actually.
Which was needed because Baba wanted to familiarize the soul with timelessness and spacelessness and matterlessness.
Sister, likewise, when they say that the soul leaves the body, like you said in the movie the other day, it doesn't go through the eyes, through the mouth, through where?
Your voice is very muffled.
So I'm in the hotel lobby right now. So,
Oh,
so that's putting
oh,
it down.
okay.
So I'm saying that Bob also says the other day, like what people and the scriptures have said, when the soul leaves the body, does it go from the eyes, from the mouth, and something like that. But
Yeah,
Baba was saying in this class the other day that it's not that the soul is leaving the body, it's just like the sanskars are dissolving
yes.
that. and it's totally getting dissolved. The new ones are emerging when it takes the new one.
Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. Because if I see the soul as a tiny point, which Baba meant something different, but my mind took something else, then I will see body is big and there's a tiny point sitting there inside the body. Right? That's how we actually, majority of us still live. But what Baba said is you are that point of light that is animating every experience, that is illuminating every experience. Through thoughts, through and the world that the thoughts paint, the images that the thoughts paint, you use this bundle of sanskars, which when you look at it through a very limited mind, looks very solid. And then because it's been labeled as body, it's been labeled as my body, it's been labeled as many other things which are there in the mind. The soul is seeing the world through this limited mind. And when the soul is seeing the world through this limited mind, it only sees the world of objects and a world of labels and descriptions and 1,000 different variety of things. That's all the soul sees. Which is nothing wrong. It's an experience that the soul is having, animating it. But now when I see with Baba's eyes, that's why Baba keeps saying, just remember me alone. Don't remember anybody, not even your body, not even names and forms, not just names and forms of bodies, names and forms of objects also. So if I don't remember names and forms of objects also, and names and forms of bodies also, what is left? Is Paramdham. Not somewhere up there. Just, I am always that soul that is silent being. I am home. Now mind is merging back into the source that I am with Baba. And that is mind feeling, oh wow, here I was thinking I was this limited dream character. And now I am realizing when all the limitations are being removed, I'm realizing I actually belong to the source. I don't have a separate existence. And it dissolves in me. And that is Paramdham. Now, did you have to go anywhere, here, there, up, down, high, low, up, below, anywhere? Or only there can you be a soul and here you have to work hard? No. It just doesn't sit well for me, at least, the soul. It doesn't feel right. That's not what I hear Baba speaking in the Murli. Is it making sense? Any questions at this point? So then it's like you take yourself with you wherever you go. So now it's not like it's either world or the self. No. It is like I'm performing actions. That's a karma yoga. It's such a beautiful thing. Baba keeps reinforcing karma yoga, karma yoga. Remember me, it's not about sitting yoga, it's not hatha yoga. You have to remember whilst walking, talking, eating, drinking, feeling, thinking, whatever it is. You have to remember me. If in 2 words you want to say what Raj Yoga is, it's Karma Yoga. Then I know I, the soul, am taking the shape of this thought and then allowing that thought to paint a certain world for me. And then I'm expressing it. Right? But once earlier I was trapped in my thoughts. Now I know my Sunn truth. My attention is not trapped there anymore. So now I know my pure qualities. So allow my pure qualities, godlike qualities, to come from background to foreground. It doesn't mean that the other thoughts will stop coming. Other thoughts will still come because that habituated, conditioned mind is not going to just merge. Okay, you said you're a soul, so I'm not going to disturb you anymore. So, okay, I'll sleep for a while. No. It is going to do its task of checking to what extent do you really have this complete knowing. Do you know yourself as this complete knowing that nothing, no objective experience can define you? Doesn't matter how body feels, doesn't matter how mind feels. It's got nothing to do with you. What the sensations of the body, what the experience of this moment is, it's got nothing to do with you. You're totally independent. And we think being independent means independent of the outside world. No. Independent of your memories, independent of your thoughts, independent of your feelings, independent of the emotions, independent of the appearance of the objective world of labels and descriptions. Independent means just naked, zero being, Sunn. Now tell me, any heaviness is yours? No, it's not yours. Don't own things that don't belong to you. Okay? Hmm? This is what Baba is telling us. So when Baba is saying that, and that is why, to think meditation begins when I sit at Amrit Vela, meditation ends after 45 minutes, and then Murli starts, and then I go about the day and I take traffic control. No. True meditation never begins and never ends. Isn't that what Baba is saying? This is what Baba is wanting us to know. It has to be a homogeneous experience. It has to be like, I am. How can I be left behind somewhere? I am. I take myself wherever I am is the truth. And I am, and whatever the experience in this moment that is happening is exactly what it should be. But I am is forever, not forever. I am is now. And these experiences are coming and going, coming and going, coming and going. Am I coming and going? No. Now, the experience may be labeled as a bad experience and a good experience. Who cares? That's a label of the mind. Is it so ordinary and so really so easy? Yes, it is that easy and that ordinary, means that natural. So I find even this body is not solid. It's just a shape of sanskars that the soul has taken. Mind is making it look solid and different appearance, different features and all. But actually it is just bundle of sanskars. So I, the soul, and bundle of sanskars. And experiencing whatever it is out there, it's just not even out there. It's just energy of matter. Every action has been labeled. So do we use? Yes. So somebody asked, so how do we then, if we go meet people, then how do we meet people? Or when we go out, eat in restaurants with them and whatever it is, are you telling me that I'm a soul and then I can't do anything? No. If you have to build a building, go build it. A thought will come. You take the shape of that thought. Then another thought will come, okay, I need to buy bricks. Fine, go buy bricks. Then another thought will come, go build a building, get some laborers. Okay, I'll get some labor to build the building. Then another thought will come. Okay, now put some furniture in the building. So I'll go and put the furniture in the building. You're doing everything still. Have you disappeared anywhere? No. So we need these tools of time, distance, space. We take it out of our toolbox and we use it. So use it. What's wrong with it? Can't you use the tools? And then you'll do everything with great precision also. Because that's the nature of the being. I'm not doing things with great precision just because somebody else will do better than me otherwise. I want to be better than others. No, I'll do with great precision because that's what my nature is. Because somebody asked her this question today. She said, very interested in truth, very much. The soul is also in Gyan. And she said that, but I'm very competitive. So does that mean I have to stop trying my best to do my best if I'm practicing this knowledge? I have to tone it down? I said, absolutely don't do that. Just don't do that. Just know that you, the being, is performing your best action from the best of thought. When we say with Baba, which means there's no sense of I and you. There's a sense of just Baba and I, in which all comes us, And from that state, you are letting your creativity, your perfection shine through your task. Not because there is I that needs to do better than you. Not from that.
Not as comparison with someone.
No.
Like you're doing the best, your perfection.
Exactly. You do the best to your present ability. Not because I and you, but because that is what my nature of the being that I am is. Is it clear what Baba is really telling us every day? And foundation of it all is Sunn. Sunne wala sunni. Sun truth.
Sister, it's becoming too much. First, we used to feel Murli, what Baba says, just two things. Now he's saying 1,000 things. He's telling us, there are 1,000 things. You better be alert. And sister, I had to travel somewhere. We had to change 3 gates. And all the people, they were so agitated, making stories, shouting. And I was traveling alone, so I didn't know how to manage. But I was checking my own peacefulness much, much better this time.
Very good.
And thank you to only Baba. Really, it didn't affect
Absolutely.
me much.
Thank you to Baba.
And 3 gates, everybody is agitating, shouting. I said, what? And I was the last one to, go for the checking.
Yeah.
I said, let it be.
Yeah.
It's in drama. So things are getting better.
Very good. Very good. Yeah. And that's what you begin to see. It's like you are always with Baba. When were you separate from him? It's like song, Pani Re Pani, Tera Rang Kaisa, Jisme Mila Do Uske Jaisa. Ah, beautiful song. Yeah. Beautiful song. That's true, no? But first I need to know I am colorless. But if I think I am some color, I'm a golden star, and then I'm trying to take over but see, images we have to show. But I'm a golden star, then I have to try and become purple. Then I'll wear purple on golden. Yeah? No, I need to know I'm colorless, which means Sunn. No thought, no objective experience has the power to define me. And this knowing is very, very clear to the being, and this being lives in Baba's womb. And to me, that is Paramdham. So I never feel Baba is far away from me. I find sometimes that it's not understood correctly when we put Baba up there, and then we find, how can I be with Baba all the time? Because you find you are here as this mind body and Baba is up there. So how can I be with Baba all the time? Of course you can't be. You won't feel it. You are in Baba's womb, but you won't feel it. You won't know it. Because your mind has created a huge distance between yourself and Baba. If it's not about bhakti ka better than me and lower than me, then it's about a distance. It's something or the other. Is Baba with me right now also? Yeah, absolutely.
Shanti Didi. So when we say Baba is with me all the time, it means that we are not living through our set of sanskars, but we are living through Baba's set of sanskar. Is that right?
Absolutely. So we are aware of this set of sanskars called body mind, and we are aware of its solidity also. We are not denying it, that it looks solid through that mind. But because we are in confluence, which means we know the fact of Baba's mind, the truth is that this image of Param Dham is actually the image that Baba has made us draw, which is how Baba is seeing everything. So that is Baba's drishti, literally. So if I'm using Baba's set of sanskars, and that is how I will know the world behind this 4D mind. So there will be a no understanding behind the 4D visions that I am seeing through these eyes. Yeah.
And
But
Didi, when
what
we,
happens?
yeah, please.
Yeah, but what if we forget that part and we react it? It means I'm not using Baba's sanskar.
Yes. So
Sometimes we react. See, you are saying you do this, you
Yeah.
do this, do this. But what if we forget and we react?
That's okay. Yeah. 1 second. Is it okay, Ketki? Let's finish what Sister Neha is saying. Is it okay? And then it's a very important question. We'll take what you're also saying. Yeah. Yes, Sister Neha.
Yeah. So, Didi, let's say, for example, now when sister was also talking about a particular sanskar, and this one was also just confirming that, let's say I have a particular, there is a set of, like we say that we know that this is not a body but a set of sanskars, and let's say I have a sanskar, a negative pattern which keeps coming. Now it will come, but like we said that I know my colorless truth. I first know who am I, and then from that perspective, I see those sanskars with a lot of patience, with a lot of compassion, without any even subtle desire that one day they will go away, one day this will pattern will leave. But my attention is on my colorless truth and the set of sanskars that Baba is offering me in Sangam Yuga. And this is how we'll go in the Sangam Yuga, because those sanskars will be there, because this mind is, they are there. There's no denial of those sanskars. They sometimes will take a form of emotion, sometimes in feeling, sometimes in body, and sometimes it might happen that they take manifestation outside in form of words or in form of action. But I am extremely, stable in my truth. I do not get carried away, or my nishchay on my truth never goes away. I know that I am with Baba. This is just temporary. Like I was reading somewhere that all emotion have just 90 seconds life. After that, they don't have life. So I know my eternal truth, and I have full faith in that, and that's how this journey will go, right, Didi? I mean, I just wanted to.
Very important, very important. And is that an answer to Ketaki also, or do you want?
Yeah, but no. So Didi, what the sister is saying, all positive thing. Fine. We are in that calmer stage and we are experiencing ho raha hai, then I am this. But what if you get entangled and then the whole story goes? See, what we have understood is we understand everything. But when time comes, you react. And then you know also I'm not this, but till that time the thing is spoiled, no? Say for example, you just argue it. I mean, then you realize also, but the whole thing is messed up,
That
no? Then
means
how to cover up that thing?
I have not known my Sunn truth yet. I'm still living
That's why.
as my mind, you know? I'm still living as my mind. And that's okay, nothing wrong. It's just a matter of knowing and being aware and recognizing it. So one thing that could really help for ones who feel that right now mind is still taking over a lot, one thing that could help is that no matter what emotion comes, just start, even if it's saying, the mind is saying, I am aware of this anger, right? Create a distance. And then the next thought will come and it will say, judging that thought. So then you will be seeing your mind saying, I am aware of the judgment of the angry thought. And then the next thought may come. And then you still, I am, but I am aware of this thought should not be coming. I am is still the same. What I'm aware of is constantly changing. So being more introspective, which is the word we always use, the ones who are very extroverted, they will have a hard time with this knowing that I am Sunn. Because to be Sunn, you really need to know that my only interest is my truth, and my dedication and devotion is to my truth and Baba's truth. Then it becomes very easy. But first, see this, even as a practical approach, you can see in the beginning if someone is, and nothing wrong with it, just to be very clear, regardless, every soul is Sunn, whether you see it or not. But most important is that start creating a distance between who you truly are, that changeless I am, and between the thoughts and feelings and emotions that you are aware of. Yeah? You are not what you are aware of. Your interest is not in what you are aware of. Your interest is in the one who is aware of all experiences. That's why Baba says, no, Atma Bhimani. Atma samjho, Baap ko yaad karo. Right? So know that you are a soul independent of all the activity of mind and body. And somebody sent me a beautiful passage today where Baba said, body is the stage. In one of the Murlis, Baba said. So body is
But
that.
what if you perform bad on that stage?
Don't worry about performance right now, right? Be aware of who you are. I am. See, your mind is caught up in good and bad and feeling guilty and ashamed, right? That is where your mind is caught up, not you. Right now also, you the soul see, I am, and I'm aware of the feeling of guilt and shame and action-based identity separate from me. Even right now as we speak, don't become one with so quickly one. I am doesn't so quickly become one with its experience. No. So knowing your truth beyond all your experiences is the key. That is why we say, we come to Baba's knowledge with such contracted state, we feel, I just want to experience some freedom and I just want to experience some peace and joy. I'm telling you, some 12th grader called up yesterday and she said that, I'm not asking Baba to change my drama. All I'm asking Baba is to at least help me change these feelings. He's not helping me there. I said, that is why we need to know what God can and what God cannot do. And who am I? Yeah? Because we really live our life as though we are our experiences, we are our feelings, we are our thoughts. We are so enmeshed and one with it. So Baba, that is the reason Baba created Paramdham Uppar aur Tum Niche.
Didi,
Didi, my question was that I was not really talking about coming into action, but what this one has seen that whenever we are in yoga, I mean, whenever we are sitting in silence with Baba, uh, there is there is same background music which is always there. The attention is on the self and Baba, but then in the background you keep hearing those same set of sanskars, and because now you know that you the being is a compassionate, you are not going to force them to go, you are not going to be violent with them, not at all, but
May I
every
pause you?
day.
Neha, may I
Yeah,
pause?
yeah, Didi. Yeah.
You're saying in the background. Are you saying something before and beyond the soul also? Is there something, anything before the soul?
No, I mean, I meant to say that there are some thoughts or feelings mushrooming up every day, which are
Which is
same
inside
only
of you. Inside of you,
inside of.
not in your background. That means body and mind is still my reference point.
Background, when I said, means that my attention is always on my truth and Baba,
Acha.
but they are there.
Okay, let's see. Let's see this. Okay, this is you. There's nothing behind you, before you. Nothing is there that can be ahead of you, right? When we say it's like first you, and
But
then
inside me.
and inside you, we have taken it out. What is inside you? We've taken it out and put it outside. Yeah. So just so that we understand. Yeah.
Yeah.
So inside you, these emotions are there. So even if they're speaking, you are even before that. So let's say you're saying background, which means somewhere here they are. No, they are still in front of you and in within you. So where are they?
Yeah,
Even
let's say they are in front of me and every day they come.
who are you? Go one
Again.
step further back.
Yeah. Yeah,
One
I
step
the being.
further back.
They don't come into action, not at all. They don't come into, they are so subtle, Didi, that I can only see them in silence. I can
Yeah,
only see them.
yeah.
They have nothing to do, but
Let them be.
they keep pop. Let them be. No, that's what why.
Let them be. How are they bothering the soul? Are they bothering the soul? Soul can't be bothered by it. Soul can be aware of all these emotions, but soul can't be bothered by it. Because soul's nature is not to be bothered. If there is this one subtle thought that is still being worn, so it's still not Sunn. So there's this mask that is worn, which is saying, I see them, they don't bother me, they keep coming. So there is still subtle botheration there. Do
Yeah.
you see
Yeah,
it?
yeah, true. Yes.
Yeah. So Sunn is this. So I can see resistance to resistance to resistance to resistance to resistance at the power of infinity.
Hmm.
Yeah, I am this being. This is who I am.
Hmm.
World is made of thoughts and sanskars inside of me. And whichever thoughts I give life to, I paint the world accordingly.
You know, Didi, what is happening? Mind is so
Yes.
smart. Now,
Yes.
all these masks now, they have taken the form of a soul. So
Yeah.
now one of the
Last
mask is
word.
absolutely this sun. And
Yeah.
when that experience is there, I'm like, okay, this is, I'm free and this is Jivan Mukti. And
Yeah.
then there is another mask, all the masks are of souls only. Now, because the outside world is not, now all the masks are inside, introvert. Now we're talking about more subtle. Like
Yeah.
Baba
More
today say,
subtle.
yoga is very suksham, very,
Yeah.
now they
Yes.
are taking very suksham forms.
Absolutely. So you're not seeing a puppet show outside. Now you're seeing the puppet show in your mind.
Yeah.
This
In the
thought
form of very
is,
subtle sanskars.
so this is what you're seeing. So Baba first takes us to the puppet show outside. Then he says, no, actually go further subtle, go further inside. And you will see there's a puppet show of every feeling, every thought, every emotion
Yeah.
that's constantly going on within you. But you
Constantly.
constantly, but you are beyond it. But whatever you cast your attention on, you're conferring reality on it. So the moment I give my attention to this, and it feels like either we can watch the TV screen or we can watch the landscape, right? But actually, we can watch the TV screen and we can watch the images. At times, it will feel that only images are seen. At times, it will feel images and screen both are known. And at times, it will feel only the screen is seen. The experiences could just be there and it doesn't even bother. I mean, all these mental experiences can be there and it doesn't even touch me.
And sometimes what happens, Didi, the 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 image on the screen is of the screen only.
Yeah, beautiful, beautiful. And that is a blank state of mind. That is a blank state of mind which is mimicking the soul. And
Yeah.
it's not blankness. So all you have to do is just get one step back. I mean, we are saying steps, there are no steps, but language. So you have to just go one step further back and you'll see. And that's the experience one was sharing the other day. It felt like everything just got sucked into me. Yeah. And that was an experience of like a vacuum. Yeah. And that's okay. I'm always that. But sometimes the experience of images is also good. Sometimes the experience of bodily sensations is also wonderful. Sometimes both of us are there, either screen and the images are playing, but nothing is ever happening to me. I'm not touched by any image, any thought, any feeling, any emotion, any outside that starts feeling unreal only. But any of these things doesn't touch me anymore.
Sister, what the sister Neha said, if you can give a little bit of more explanation, like that happens, right? Once you become Brahmin, these subtle things now become feeling real, right?
Yeah.
So want little bit more clarification that, yeah, be in your own truth, right? That's what you're saying. Step back, meaning be in your own truth, because somewhere for a second you got identified. You were sleeping, you took a nap, a
Actually,
quick nap or something.
you can see it like this, not be in your own truth, be the truth. Yeah.
Know the truth.
When you're saying take a step back, sister, if you can go a little more deeper into that, that's just.
So there's a blank, my mind is completely blank. And this is the last screensaver. Yeah, on the computer. And that screen.
Didi,
Yeah.
another problem that's happening now, variety भी खत्म हो रही है. अब variety खत्म हो रही है तो और भी
Mind will be very restless. Very restless. Because it's used to so much variety of so many masks of thoughts and feelings and emotions. And as you move from this mask to this mask, you keep moving your attention away from this mask. And then attention moves further away from this mask and further back and then further back and then further back and then further back. The last one is blank screen of the mind. And that one, if it really dissolves, we won't need the body. So it will kind of be there at times, it will still be there. But right now we can only know our truth
Sister, not very clear. What you're explaining.
So many of us are caught up here in the first mask. And we are seeing ourselves trying to detach from this body-mind. The soul has assumed the shape and the form of this mask. Yeah. And this mask is what through which I see, and I see myself as this body mind, and I need to detach from Priya. I'm still have all these masks, still wearing it. I'm still wearing all of them. And then at least I've recognized that from this as my reference point, I'm trying to detach, which is fine. But if it's really happening accurately, it will either happen from this point, knowing I am this, or it will happen from this point, thinking I am Iqbal, and I'm trying to become detached from my thoughts, feelings, and emotions. If it's Iqbal, which is for majority, to be honest, it is Iqbal detaching from its thoughts, feelings, and emotions. This was not Brahma Baba's way of seeing and Mamma's way of seeing. Brahma Baba's and Mamma's way of seeing, I am Sunn, and I have many, many masks.
So then it will happen again. It will form another, which is what happens, right? We think that is practice happening.
And that's why we always say, watch your practicing mind. You are not that practicing mind. See from here. Don't see from here. You will
Yeah.
see all of this happening, but from here, can you see it? Know your, but for that, introversion is number one thing, interest in just your truth. Only those who are truly introverted can see it. Those who are too interested in the outside world, and we are saying for language sake, outside world and outside things and what people think and what other human person think, and this whole world is reality, it's very difficult to do this.
So things happen that way, right? Like when the situation comes, mind puts the gyan point, and you're like, oh, knowledge is working. And another situation comes.
Which is also fine. See, nothing is wrong in drama.
Hmm.
It is, if you're really interested in what Brahma Baba did, then that is the interest, then it has to be from here.
So which is what you say, Icarus, right? It's not changing.
It's not changing.
Yeah, you're not putting the gyan point. You're not solving the problem with the gyan point. You're always constant with that knowing that
And
you
Gyan
are.
point will come, but it will not feel like you have created and applied a Gyan point. It will come from the place of silence from Baba, because in that Sunn truth, you have nothing of your own. Not even a thought belongs to you. It will feel that Baba and I are together. Baba ki womb mein I am. And in Baba's womb, Baba is giving me what I need. He's making me move. He's making me think. He's making me talk. He's making me walk. He's making me do everything.
So this is just want to understand, because this happens with this one a lot. Anything comes by default. It's not like this one is trying to apply any gyan point. It just comes.
Which is
right?
fine. That's okay. Just see that it's not used to get rid of the current experience.
So earlier, the mind used to get trapped, right? Oh, what I'm going to do, this, that. Now it's like situation comes
Where is the mind? In the body?
inside the soul. Inside the soul.
It feels like, but it's in the body somewhere. My mind is in the body, right? And that's where the crux of the problem is. The solidity has to melt. And I know we did a very intense meditation in the morning. It had to be done. I know many did not, many, I don't know, I can't say that, but it feels like many may not have had a very comfortable experience with that meditation.
So recording has not come. Actually, that meditation, that was wonderful, because what used to do before Baba's drishti and undressing, you had been making it, taste before also. But why it was so beautiful? Because it was somewhere bringing that old pattern also. Baba's drishti is there, and then I'm becoming blank, this portion, that portion, all over. So it was very meaningful actually, but we need to go it twice or thrice more into it.
And actually
Listen to
every
it.
day, every day.
Every day.
Many times a day. We need to see this body is just space. There's nothing to it. But just speaking mentally as an intellectual point won't help. It has to be seen and felt, and your felt knowing it has to be there. One of the souls shared the experience with me, and they said, Sister, I felt like so uncomfortable, so as though you were peeling the nails off my fingers. These are her words. And I could not, I just wanted to run. I could not stand sitting there, but I just said, it's okay. It's an experience, a current experience. I'll just see it with Baba. Nothing, the being, and she said, I'm Sunn. And she reached that, she said that at the end, I felt completely undressed and Sunn. Yeah.
And Didi, like you,
His meditation.
Sorry?
yeah, Didi,
You
actually,
was
Neha Didi
yesterday's
was asking.
meditation.
Can't hear. Two people are speaking at the same time.
Um, Sister, are you talking about the meditation which you did yesterday evening?
Yeah.
I was not well. I had gone to the doctor, so I don't have that recording also. Can you send it?
Yeah, sure we can. Sure we can.
Thank you, sister.
Yes,
Didi,
Shantanu?
like
Would that
Neha
be
Didi was asking, right, ki we have a subtle kind of thoughts. So we can say that whatever the experience or feelings, even if it is the feeling of like blankness or it's the feeling of deep silence, dead silence, it's just the mind. And if we
No,
have the
not
knowing,
deep silence is not. Mind is tasting your deep silence, yes. You are forever deep silence. So mind gets the taste of your truth once in a while.
yes, my mind is getting that taste, but who am I? Like I am that being. I can only know myself. That's why Baba says always ki Atma Samaj, that Samaj would be spotted. Ki
Absolutely.
I that whatever I'm getting feelings, that dead silence, that is the mind is tasting that
Yeah.
silence. But I am
Yes,
not that.
I'm not
I
that
can
also.
only be known. I can only be known. That's why I
I
remember
myself. Yeah.
once Chakradhari Didi was sharing her experience. Like she was telling ki she took a like page and she said Baba Brahma Baba took a pencil and just he even didn't touch the paper and
Ah,
he just removed his pencil and he said that that is soul. So Jagdish brother was like, Baba, how could we feel that soul then Baba was like, what Baba said, one word we can't feel. And again Baba changed his word. Baba said, okay. Pehle it was like big round of Shiv Baba, and then Baba give a point to that, so that that
so
children should. Uh,
get some food for their mind.
yes, Baba said that you cannot feel that to Jagdish brother, and Jagdish brother was shocked that how could we get to meditation for that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
and
that is very beautiful point actually, brother Shantanu. Because soul का कोई चित्र नहीं बनाया जा सकता, feel नहीं किया जा सकता. And that's why Baba was like not even drawing and in the hawa, in the air, he's just holding that pen. This is soul.
yeah, he just took this pen and he even didn't touch so that it could get a point, and he just removed.
Absolutely
He
beautiful.
said, he completely said that we cannot feel and it can be known. And even in this
Exactly.
part, while I came in the Gyan, I was always like, uh, I can draw the Paramdham completely because I had a very good imagination power. So I could draw, I could see the stars, but I couldn't get that feelings. And I asked Mohini Didi once,
Uh-huh.
like, Didi, I was asking a lots of Brahmin, but nobody was like giving the answer. He was like, yeah, you can get the feelings. But Didi said me, there would be a day that you will know the knowledge. And I was like,
Yeah.
she don't speak much. She speak only
Yeah.
one word. And I was like, when that day will come, she said, you will know the knowledge. And I was like, I
Yeah.
know the knowledge. I don't have any experience right now.
And this
So
desire and hunt for experiences just keeps the soul away from itself.
exactly. Now from when I come out from the experience, now I'm not stuck in the experience. Now I'm sitting in the meditation. I could get any experience. Now I'm
That,
soul. Now it's very good.
yeah,
The
that
Didi said me that you will know. That's no word is very spotted, should be.
absolutely. You will
You will
know
know.
so much. Yeah. Very good. Thank you for sharing. Very useful. And this is why Baba is really letting us know you can't experience something which is beyond time and space with body and mind, which is in time and space. Right?
The moment when we come out from experience, like we are bound with that experience, ki I want that experience, at that time we know our true identity.
Yeah. Yeah.
That time.
And the soul is a new set of sanskars has emerged within the soul. To the outside world, it looks like a small baby body. To the soul, it doesn't feel like a baby body. For the soul, it's just a new set of sanskars that has emerged within it, just space, vibrations within that ocean. And the soul experiences a new set of sanskars emerging. That's all it is for the soul. But from these embodied mind, 4D minded souls, parts. See, oh, newborn baby body. It's not. It's not. So all Baba is saying, see with my eyes. Don't use your eyes anymore, which means don't use this 4D mind anymore. It's not going to change what you're seeing in appearance, but see more and more with the eye of Baba. Knowing.
And yesterday
Didi,
meditation.
just one thing, Didi, when Baba says in Murli कि कलयुग में गर्भ जेल है और सतयुग में गर्भ महल है, so it is not from the perspective of the soul, but it's from the right?
It is from the perspective of the soul. गर्भ जेल किस आत्मा के लिए होगा? जो आत्मा अपने आप को कोई ना कोई संस्कार मान कर
संकल्प या संस्कार.
If it's still believing itself to be some thought, then that space and time comes into existence, and then it's suffocation.
Even in the womb also.
Because womb is not in or out for the being that is fully awakened, right? That is why Garbh Mahal means what? The soul that is beyond time and space. For it, the womb is not a place like a body and a solid body. For that soul, womb is nothing other than just space. In Golden Age, that's how it is, right? It's a palace. Because the soul is beyond time and space, experiencing another body beyond time and space. It's just a bundle of sensations for it.
But this one used to think that, Didi, it's because of that, in Satyug we have 5 elements, Satu Pradhan, and that's why that happened.
What
And,
what is elements also made up of? 99.9% space.
And so when we say Satu Pradhan, so we actually see the elements as space at that time, right?
Absolutely. Literally space. There's no constriction. But if I think I'm the body and I go inside another body, it's a jail.
And because we are already think ourselves a certain set of sanskars, and from that only we say that we get into.
Absolutely. So limited I, the being, have put myself in such thoughts, and I've clothed myself in such limited thoughts of the finite mind, which is fine. It's part. But be aware who you really are. Until this is known, Purusharth is all from here. That is why knowing yourself as Sunn is, I loved it. I'm like,
yeah, absolutely.
More and more.
And I think, Didi, you should change this image of mask. You should have 2-3 masks, and that too all of light.
Yeah, we can actually put some more masks there. We put one blank screen mask of the blank. And some beautiful masks also. Very true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very true. Thank you so much.
दीदी, when we say कि मैंने इस करेक्टर से या इस इमोशन से आइडेंटिटी बना रखी है, ये भी दीदी एक मेरे ही बिहाफ पे एक प्रॉक्सी करेक्टर बोल रहा है.
हाँ.
एक्चुअली मैं कभी भी किसी से आइडेंटिफाई करता ही नहीं.
हाँ, मैंने सिर्फ लाइट शाइन की है. ये जो मास्क है, ये वाला मास्क, इस मास्क को बोल रहा है मैंने आइडेंटिटी बना ली है. मैं सिर्फ लाइट शाइन कर रही, मैं सुन हूं, मैं लाइट शाइन कर रही. आई एम जस्ट शाइनिंग लाइट. It feels and appears that I'm in a dream world, and the dream feels real. This is the dream world. This dream feels real, but it's actually, it's like, I sometimes see that this whole body mind, which looks so big to others, but it's this body mind is inside me, the consciousness in the form of a dream, and then all my experiences of this world are also with me inside little tiny space within me, the soul. And when you see like that, it really starts to feel, बाबा कैसे कहीं होगा, मेरे साथ ही तो हो सकता है, वो कहीं जा ही नहीं सकता. He can't go anywhere. And his qualities, even my own qualities can't step away from me. My innate nature of peace, my innate nature of joy can't step away from me because I can't step away from myself. And that, all of that is so beautiful. If we really open up more and more Baba's Gyan and keep, it's a lot of fun. And we all are here exploring together, each one playing their beautiful part of adding to it. Wonderful.
When we will experience your kind of a feeling, the way you are.
You
So
are
what is the Purusharth?
You are already that. You're already, there's no lot of Purusharth. It is only here that this thought, this is also a thought, which is saying, I need a lot of Purusharth. No, you are this. You are in Baba's womb. This is Baba's womb. You live here. And from here, whatever you're shining your light on, that experience feels real. That is all. It appears to be your reality, but it's not your reality. This is who you are. It just needs that. You know, Baba says, Janna, Manna, or Chalna. Just jaan to liya knowledge, but
Yes.
maan liya hai. Have you really accepted Baba's vision? Why is it so difficult to accept Baba's vision?
It's very
To
easy.
stay in that this. So you are supposed to stay in that state always, that manna
You're
state.
not staying in any state. That is mind speaking.
Okay.
All different states of mind is mind. I have to hold on to a state. I have to be in that state. I have to, because Baba does use that language for those souls who are stuck in their mind. So Baba says, अच्छा ठीक है, अपने मन को टंगा के रखो थोड़ी देर. You know, keep your mind engaged, at least for some time. So at least there's some relief and some possibility that, okay, little by little, you will come here. But actually what Baba is saying, there is no state. That's why Baba said in the Sunday Murli, know that you are the bodiless king. Allow your mind to be bodiless with you.
So this allowance we should do continuously. We should be in process, no?
Continuously. There is no should, because there is no time. This is who you are now. Don't believe your thoughts which are saying, I should continuously do it, because this is all the concept of time that you're believing, and you're perpetuating time as your reality.
Yes. And I'm getting entangled. Yes.
Exactly.
Got it. Yes.
So you're already this.
You also must have gone through the same thing, no? This is a journey, I think so.
I won't answer that question. I didn't go through that, but I won't answer. But I've seen my mind and I've seen my body getting into alignment. And yes, it takes time. But as I said many times before also, yes, on day 2, this was the clarity, I, the being God, that this is who I am. And yes, mind and body will take time, which I'm not in conflict with. And it's okay. Let it take its time. Until I know that I am eternity, I am now, and this is me. Yeah. And it was mind and body still getting in alignment. Yeah. A lot less than before needed, but it's still there. And I can still see. I'm not, no shame, because I am beyond shame. It's not mine. So it will come in my alignment as and when it needs to, according to when Baba needs it to be. And my inner drama needs it to be. But I know I am this. That is for sure, 100%. I know I am this. And I can see all of this. Does that make sense? And so can you. It's not something special that there's something special. Oh, only this one can. No, not at all. It is a truth of every being. It's not like my experiences of my thoughts and body is just as yours. They constantly change just as yours. But just the knowing that I am that is observing it knows that I'm not what I observe on the screen that I am.
Sister, I'll just give one example. I just went to bathroom. Mind is feeling very heavy, you know, various reasons. Immediately I felt, who am I? And that brought a smile, believe you me. And I refused. I will not accept this headache or making faces or feeling heaviness. Immediately I changed. I smiled. I said, who am I? And it changed everything.
Yeah.
Right now.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And the mind has given this thought. Iqbal only wants to merge. So Iqbal keeps saying, who am I? Because it wants to be one with the flame. Who am I? And then it will answer, I am this pure Sunn. It will even speak the words. And you will know you are that Sunn which the mind is wanting to become one with. Yeah?
Yeah, and also Didi, to add to Kiki's question, because this one has seen, when like you do a lot of purshat, and then when you come to this reality, you are so sure that this is it. Like you said that the day two you realize, and this one seen that this one has done so much. And the moment I got this, I was like, this is the truth. This is what. So sometimes you also reach from that state also, and you are 100%
Absolutely.
sure.
And you need these kind of experiences also, so that then sisters Neha can share that it is okay to have those kind of experiences, because then when
Yes.
this, it is absolutely true. Yeah.
So it's okay. I think it's
Part is
absolutely,
perfect,
yeah.
exactly how it is. There's nothing special about recognizing on day 2 or recognize. It's all in the mind anyways, or recognizing on day 10 or year 10. It doesn't matter. The moment you know it, it's all eternity anyways. There's no time there. So it doesn't matter. Nikhil had his hand raised. Is he there still? And then we finish.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Krishna, when I saw this clip, the photo, which has a Amitabh Bachchan figure in it, I had this something in my mind. Have you seen the movie Mask?
I'm sorry, I didn't quite get your question.
I'm saying, have you seen the movie Mask?
What? No.
There was a movie.
Have you seen the movie Mask?
No, I haven't. But
there was
somebody has been mentioning this movie In and Out, Inside Out, something like that. Children's movie that everybody's talking about. And it's all about how emotions are there and you wear a mask and all that. It's just recent Disney movie.
The character uses a mask, and the moment he just makes that mask closer to his face now, it gets stuck to it, and he changes its form, and he has some superpowers in him. Same ways when you were saying, I thought that whenever any thought arises in my mind, I have that mask in my hand, and I just fling that thing to my face. That is my soul, and I become a version of that person. The mask, uh, the other identity which I am not. And the moment I remove that mask from my face, I'm again back to my original self. So at any given point in time, I can just step back. The way you said, the subtle thoughts that I have, I can just step back from it and just realize my own truth.
Most important is to know your truth beyond all masks. It's not the mask that's powerful. To know your truth, which is beyond it all. And that very few souls, Baba says, again, I should not even mention that, but every soul has that possibility to know that truth beyond all masks. Every soul has that possibility. Are we willing to see it, or are we still giving importance to the masks? And am I putting the mask on this mask? Then it is already a multiple fold mask here, mind, body. Yeah. So we have to really know ourselves as this being. Is that clear?
Yes.
Okay. All right. And thank you. Thank you for your questions and thank you for your sharings and addings and everything. Really appreciate it. Om Shanti.
Thank you, Baba. Om Shanti.
Thank you, Didi. Thank you, Baba.
Thank you, Baba.
Thank you, Didi. Didi, once you explain this soon, when you got this stage, I want to hear from you that moment of life,
It's very simple. You
that
all are,
moment of now.
that is still now. It's not changed at all. Right? And you too are
Because
that.
because Baba is using you and we all are getting that stage of Sunn. So very nice. Thank you, Baba.
Actually, you are that, and your mind may be now beginning to feel that. That's true. Very true. Thank you to Baba, one alone. Om Shanti.